Today's episode of the Meet Improv is brought to you by Berserk Audio. That's BZRK Audio. Jake, what do they do?
They make tweeters for your car.
That's right. They make tweeters or treble upper mid-range audio speakers for your car. So if your stock speakers in your car are a little muffled or weird sounding, you're not getting the full trebs.
Which you're probably not if you've got stock speakers.
Yeah, I definitely am not in my car. And I just got these tweeters, and I can't wait to try them out.
Yeah, they're going to add, enrich the detail and add some clarity to those horns, pianos, snares, vocals, and strings.
These tweeters can be pivoted, Jake. You ever hear about that?
Yeah,
you can
optimal placement.
Set up anywhere in your car. You can point them around so you can get treble pointed right at your dome. Oh, baby.
If you're living in L.A., you're going to want some sweet tweets.
They're small.
They're small.
And they're convenient.
They pack a punch.
So, again, it's BZRK is the name of the company. So visit bzrkaudio.com or search Amazon or eBay for BZRK.
Go Berserk.
Go Berserk!
This is a Boardwalk Audio podcast.
The Meet Improv!
Hello and welcome to the Meet Improv with me, Jeff Simpson.
And me, Jake Jabor.
The Meet Improv is, of course, the improv and storytelling podcast where we bring on comedian guests to tell true, meaty stories from their lives, and then we do improv inspired by those stories. Oh, baby. We got a hot one today. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go ahead and introduce the guests. First guest, writer for many things and host of the Struggle Session podcast. First timer, Jack Allison, everybody.
Hi there, guys. Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And our a member of the 3-time club. Very prestigious.
She's the Alec Baldwin of the Meet.
Yeah, I wish it was like. I wish this was like SNL, where like when he comes on, so does like Wayland. They all make cameos at the top.
Well, we can pull it off.
Uber them in for a cameo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe, the Fart Man, Hartzler.
That's what they call me.
Hartzler. Joe Hartzler. Welcome to the
welcome. Thanks for being on
to the show.
Jack, you're a proud boy. Is that from what I understand?
I'm not one of the proud boys. I couldn't name 5 cereals was the problem, so they just kept beating me up. Do you know that that's the jump in for them, is that you have to name 5 cereal brands while 5 men like punch you a bunch? You might have seen it on the Kale episode of the Gavin McInnes show.
Oh, that's like 5 things. It's an improv game.
What? Oh,
5 things.
Kind of, yeah. It's a little
but
improv
instead of
game.
slapping
With a little more roughhousing. I did see that episode.
I saw that episode too.
We're just gonna go drop the name on here. But
So we do not support the Proud Boys.
I'm not a Proud Boy supporter. No, not in any way.
I don't know what the
But I
problem
mean,
is.
support
Antifa.
roughhousing.
God
I
bless
like
you, Jake.
roughhousing.
yeah.
I think horseplay, that's all right.
All right, let's talk about the Proud Boys. I think the reason Joe brought that up
I'm so
is
sorry.
because
It started that way.
Well, Jack, you are what I might describe as a full-time Twitter user.
That would be an accurate assessment. At this point, it actually would. Yeah, you might describe.
And you go
me that
in
way.
on people on Twitter.
I do. I go in. I really, I've been an online web poster for as long as I can remember. It really is true. Like since I was like 14 years old, I've been spending all my time in fucking chat rooms and message boards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just so happens that now everyone else in the world is on a chat room too. Like what has changed is actually that like now like the president, not only of the United States, but of like Turkey and like CEOs and shit, they're all in the chat room with me now, and they'll respond to you and shit. Like, so yeah, I do go in on people, but I'm mostly doing the same thing as I've ever done, which is just like wake up and whatever things I'm pissed off about, I like post about pretty much. Like,
yeah, I kind of like, I was telling my friend Brad Schultz, like I kind of check Twitter almost like, I check your feed almost like the news. I got to catch up on it. Like, who's he going after? And I usually really enjoy it.
No, but here's the thing. I noticed that recently you started doing no mean tweets.
I was doing non-mean tweets for a while, and I actually think that I've kept up my vow of no mean tweets, to be honest with you.
I was there when you made the live vow at the UCB meeting.
I made it at the UCB meeting. I vowed to no longer do mean posts. I call them mean posts because I don't want to bleed over with the Kimmel thing.
The audible gasp.
Good
Oh
Lord.
yeah, I didn't get invited to that. I fell off that invitation list. But I noticed the thing is though, just a few days before that, I had announced on Instagram that I was going to be more positive.
Oh, good.
So
On your Instagram story?
Yeah, on my Instagram story, I had announced I was going to be more positive. From
Well,
now on.
I said before,
And then Jack
I said
started
this on
doing
Twitter,
no mean
I don't
tweets.
look on Instagram because that's the social media service for people who like to leave the house. So like, that's just not the one that is really the one that I want to have any part of. Like,
what
Twitter's
would you
for the
post pictures
Twitter's
of?
for the shut-ins, and so like, that's where I will say.
I recently got rid of Facebook.
Good call.
On therapist orders, actually. Because I sort of just like mentioned offhand, like, also like I have a tendency to like drink at night, and sometimes I wake up and like, like I've posted.
I've done that too, for sure. Like I'm like, and I try not to to let anyone know because you can't let them see your weakness or whatever. But there's definitely times where I'm like, I shouldn't be on my fucking phone like posting to the entire world. Like if I'm drinking wine, you know what I mean? I shouldn't like drink wine and then like get on a megaphone and start screaming stuff. Like,
Jake was telling me after one of the posts that I was like, did it come off like I was drunk or anything? He's like, no. I've somehow managed to like spell check myself, and like it's like very composed stuff that
it doesn't suit you well on the internet to compose yourself as a drunk.
they should have little bubbles, like how like Andy Capp has bubbles in his like word balloons. Like you should be able to denote that you're drunk online.
The background
timestamp
or
might be
something.
helpful.
You see bubbles or little bottles with X's on them or something.
You should have to blow a breathalyzer, and that should go along with every post. Like you should show what your
not
blood
a bad
alcohol
idea.
level is.
Not a bad idea. But Facebook was just such a barrage of just like all people I usually agree with, just like being like,
Yeah.
and it was like I really was like, this makes me feel bad looking at it. I agree. It's useless. It's useless.
Yeah, it is.
And like there's just I don't know. There's something just so unhealthy about it. I told my therapist, I was like, I need it for like, I'm going to do some improv workshops and a tour here. I was like, I guess I could just go on and like post about that and then get back off. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah.
It is weird. We with like, these websites have done a very good job of like making themselves integral to like participating in society and shit, like in a way that I think is a little unhealthy. Like I haven't been on Facebook since like well before the Trump presidency. I think I was off even for most of the election. So I can't even imagine what kind of like shrieking like bubble that like what kind of like dome that is at this point. But even before all this, like I always said that Facebook was just a way for me to like take people I knew as acquaintances and turn them into people I like hate from the deepest reaches of my soul. Like people who I like barely know or have pleasant feelings about. I'm like, I hold like grudges about something they said like 4 years ago that I like am still mad about, which is not healthy. I don't think that's I don't know. I don't know if I want to sign up for that service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got off Facebook. I was fighting everyone. I was fighting my entire hometown.
Yeah. It was fun to watch.
It's fun.
And then people from out here would start fighting people from like
Just say my
old
name,
church.
Joe. Just say it.
It would be like Brian Cooperman.
And me.
He would be like arguing with this lady from my church who I was posting about the anthem protest, and she told me to leave the country. It was after the
Reasonable.
Right after voting for Trump, and I was like calling everyone out. I was so mad. We shouldn't get into this. I'm trying not to even talk about this anymore.
We'll get past it. But
it's weird, and I'm just like, why are these two people in the universe arguing? Like, it's so strange. Like, I'm the conduit. I can just unplug this thing.
Yeah.
It is so funny that there's this like feeling or thought of like, oh, you like move away from your hometown and all those people are like less relevant. Like we all move to the big cities and these people are important. But like actually it turns out like when it comes to like elections and stuff, like we matter so little and all those people like hold the fate of the entire world in their hands. Like these people that you're like, they're just losers and I'll never see them again. It's like that, but they'll pop their heads up every once in a while. style.
Yeah, I kind of blocked a bunch of people from Wisconsin because I was sick of arguing with the guy who hurt himself in woodshop class. I always use that specific, but that's always how I remember that fucking moron. He was a fucking moron, and that he would pop up and like start arguing with like about abortion. I'd be like, I just don't need you here. Like, in fact, if I saw you in a public place, like across a restaurant when I was back home in Wisconsin, I would get out of the restaurant. So why am I inviting you?
It's like you're carrying around like a conference call with all the people you knew in high school to like all your new friends. You're like, let me just like patch in everyone I've ever known really quick. Like,
yeah, it was originally sold on this idea of like keep in touch with these people, and like
why
somehow the scale tipped from like you can like say hi to your friends to like. You can now talk to everybody you hate.
Right.
Like, we came here for the friends. Yeah. And then we met the friends of our friends.
Well, it's be careful what you wish for.
That's
it's
the commercial that keeps playing right now. It's Facebook.
Like, we made a mistake.
It's all the companies right now are going like, we're different now. We're putting out Wells Fargo.
Facebook is like replying to like reporters and shit on Twitter. It's like really bizarre now. Like when reporters like are like, Facebook did this bad thing. They're like, that's not like our perspective. They're like the company Facebook is replying. Like we're just in weird times. Like we live in very weird times.
And Twitter just did like a purge, right? Like
they did a purge. Yeah,
they killed a bunch.
I lost 100 or something. I lost like 100 followers in the purge.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I wonder if I feel like I had noticed mine dipped a little. Maybe.
Yeah.
I lost
the purge.
Mine went up. I don't know what to make of that.
They purged right to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So just for this, so Jack, you wake up in the morning. Do you plan it out at all, or you just like you see something like?
I mean, look, if you want to get into how I post, like.
I'm real curious.
The real truth of the matter is like I wake up pretty early. Like honestly, I wrote at the Kimmel Show for a while, right?
Yeah.
So like I was at the Kimmel Show until like the end of like 2016, more or less, and so like. Then I was like kind of working on like a pilot for a while, and the pilot didn't go, and like now I just don't have shit to do, and so I'm basically just doing the same as I did at the Kimmel Show. Like I sit down and I like see news stories come in, and then like things occur to me, and I just post.
Let's give an example of a post. It just popped up on my feed amazingly at the very top. In 11th grade, I was nominated to be student representative for my class. My opponent gave a speech about what a good job they would do and why they wanted it. I gave a speech. I haven't read this thing yet, so I don't know what it says. I gave a speech where I said I would like to miss fourth period once a month. I won, a harbinger of 2016 in retrospect.
It is true, actually. I look back on that. So but what happens when I wake up in the morning is I just like, I drink coffee and I sit on the fucking chat room and like I start posting things more or less. I don't really like make a topic list, and there are things like I basically just like have like general things that I'm like obsessing over just like all the time, more or less. Like I'll post, I'm trying not to post about fucking Last Jedi so much because like it's just like pointless. It is pointless, although the discourse around that movie is really insane and weird, and I don't have to get into it here, but there's weird shit. It's not just the reply guys either. It's not like there's two sides to it. Like
this is what I love is that your vitriol for like injustice,
it's all equal.
When it's like The Last Jedi or whatever.
I'm as pissed off. I mean, I said Twitter to me is like, it's like you look at it for like 5 minutes. It's like a great way to go from like getting out of bed to 100% pissed off level. Like, it's a great way to just like within minutes be at your like complete like total full state.
Yeah, I went and scrubbed my Twitter recently because I was up for jobs.
Yeah,
and they've specifically put out there like, and then even my agent went so far as to say like, not just if you have anything racist, which I was like, I obviously don't have anything racist.
Not a deal breaker, but look.
By the way, the secret for if you want to fuck someone over, like search anyone's Twitter for the word Asian and look for stuff like pre 2011, and and like if someone has weird shit, that's how you'll find it. To be honest,
oh my god,
weird.
Well, I just but somebody went and told me but also just any provocative, which was like, well, provocative, that's like anything. I'm like conscious. I'm always on Twitter like being negative and kind of calling out shit or whatever, and I had to go delete a lot of it. Just trying to make myself look like a happy little actor boy.
I was going to ask you this actually. So like So one thing I think that
strange
makes
part to
yours
play for me.
a little more unique is that you go in.
I go in
on
toughest
people
role.
that could maybe hold
Are we
your fate
talking
in
about
their
the
hands.
career stuff?
Yeah, kind of. And you acknowledge it too. I don't feel like I'm
so
picking
like
on you.
I, you know, look, I maybe am like fucking up. I like it's a difficult thing to say. Like what I say a lot of the time is that like I know a lot of people that are like as unemployed as I am who have like credits that are even similar to mine, and they don't go online and post all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I question whether it's my posting or just like the general state of like comedy and the industry right now that keeps me unemployed. And then I also think I'm like, yes, I like who am I pissing? Like there's like people I piss off, but I don't really like want to work on those shows, to be honest with you. And I think they're kind of whack. And like I think my aim is to like the
whack
long
dog?
term. Like what's up?
Think those shows are whack dog?
I mean I don't need to name names anymore. I'm nice now.
It's on the record.
But like, I actually, my long-term thinking is that like, baby boomers aren't going to hold the hiring power in Hollywood for like the rest of my lifetime. And perhaps some of the young people who like the things I'm tweeting will eventually like be in positions to hire and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, also like and this is me being like too self-important or something like that, but I just don't like want to be successful in entertainment because of sucking up. Like I don't want to be one of these, like I see people like who's I definitely won't name, but I'm like, there are people who like have only done well because of like how good they are at sucking up to like important people and stuff like that. And I don't want that for myself. And so like I guess in some, subconscious way, I'm like going as far in the other direction just to like prove that it wasn't that. Like I'm like, how about this? Like I'll torch my relationship with everyone so no one can ever accuse me of being well liked. Like
It's never nepotism.
That's funny.
It was not nepotism.
I actually
name some names though.
I'll say this,
couple out
Jack.
there.
I was sort of just thinking about it because when I first saw you doing that kind of stuff, it's like, damn, Jack's going in. And then like I've come around in the last like month or so to be like, I actually think that what you might be doing and what I hope that's going to happen is like, because I think you are careful about what you go in hard on.
True.
As I think maybe we need more of that. I think maybe we need more of people like, I'm sick, and I know you are too. But like I'm sick of like these like clapter. That's like a word
hate
I've
that
heard.
shit, yeah.
Clapter political shows where it's just like the Barney of the podcast
like
world.
the Pod Save America stuff. I would even say like even getting up to like Daily Show and all that kind of shit.
I
Like
agree.
a lot of that stuff is like closer to like 400 Club or something where like people are watching it just to like feel comforted or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know. Like all I'm doing, I'm not really thinking about it too much. I'm just posting about things that piss me off. You know what I mean? And like I'm more conscious about it than it maybe seems. I try not to go too far with like some personal stuff, but mostly I'm just posting about stuff that pisses me off for the most part. And I kind of do think I'm like, maybe with more sort of like leftist politics like taking hold and stuff like that. Like maybe I'll get opportunities from people being like, this is the guy that like never gave in. You know what I mean? Who like stayed consistent through all this. But also it's possible I never will work again and my wife will just get writing jobs and I'll like do a fucking podcast for the rest of my life. I don't know.
I gotta get a wife.
I'm talking real shit. Things I should tell boys that got a truth.
Improv!
Hello?
Mission Commander. Are you
Yes.
Mission Commander?
Huh? Yes. What would you like? What's
I've come a long way. I've traveled afar. Teach me to post like you post. Your Mission Commander ... 4 X's, right?
I will neither confirm nor deny
Yes, I knew it.
this.
I knew
No.
it. That's exactly what Mission Commander.
But right now I'm going to
4
close
X's
this
said.
door. Close the door. We have a new recruit. If he waits outside long enough, we can let him in. Okay. To see our secrets. Like in Game of Thrones with the face guy. What'd he say?
He said he's not leaving.
Okay. And he didn't leave. The sun set and the sun rose again. He sat out there and withered. Hello?
I've never gone so long without staring into a computer screen. The elements.
Yes, how does it feel?
I feel like a different man than left for this journey.
Okay, here's one RC Cola and some
thank you.
some Gardettos.
Thank you.
Pace yourself.
Munch. Oh, yeah, munch.
This is a strong one.
Do you think he has what it takes?
Well, he certainly loves RC Cola and Gardettos.
So did Glenn.
So did Glenn.
Rest in peace, Glenn.
But yes, Glenn didn't balance it out enough with another stuff. And a week passed.
Please.
I
Let me just listen to your keyboard.
You may come in.
Are you serious?
Yes. Come on. Give me your hand.
Ah, it's frail.
Mine or yours?
Both.
Come on in.
Gentle.
Welcome to the halls of the commander posting room.
There's dirty laundry everywhere.
We don't have time for laundry when we're doing such serious work.
Oh my God.
Ignore the Indiana Jones posters.
Look at these deep click keyboards. Retro. That's sick. Oh man, original. That's...
Don't touch.
Okay, sorry.
Don't touch. You will speak when spoken to.
Sure.
Laptop open. Let's go through trending topics.
Oh, you were gonna do one about the guy who wrote the Axis of Evil speech?
Yeah.
Is it David Fromm? Is that who did it?
Yes, it's time to go for David Frum.
Yes.
To hold his feet to the fire.
Take down city. Here
It's time
comes
for
one.
You know what? You're kind of getting in my head as I'm trying to think something.
I'm sorry, man.
He's been palling around with people who consider themselves liberals, and it bothers me.
Josh, honey, is your friend staying for dinner?
Sweetheart, I tell you, always make a big dinner.
The Holy Mother.
Please don't speak directly to the Holy Mother.
Of course. But if she had Doritos, if she had some.
We have Doritos with every meal.
Sick.
Sweetheart,
Yes.
we'll take 2 kinds of Doritos, a couple different chicken types.
You want dinosaurs and...
Nuggets.
Okay. I only have one type of Doritos. Is that okay?
He falls on his keyboard.
It's hurting him. It's hurting him.
An ineligible tweet goes out.
Oh my God. It's just a random series of letters. It's a total type of oh my God.
Okay, well, this could have huge consequences to all my followers and the people around the world. They might take this as a coded message.
Retweeted.
No. I need to scrub this clean or think of an acronym for it. For David from L2J56.
Wait. People think there's a deeper meaning. Look, they're starting to talk about it on Reddit.
Oh, they are? God. Hey, by the way, that's where my cats sit.
Oh, sorry.
So just get out of the cat bed.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's plush.
Yes. You need to help me here. This will be your thing to prove yourself. L2J56. L2J56. What could it mean? David Froome. L2J56. L2J56.
Josh, sweetie, did you clean out the cat litter box?
No! It doesn't need to be cleaned out every week. It doesn't need to be cleaned out every week.
Your allergenist said it should.
I am working right now. I'm in a bit of a crisis situation.
Okay.
L2J. What was the rest?
5-6.
5-6.
David Froome, L2J56. Late to July. Last of July. I think I have to delete the tweet. I think I just have to get the fuck out of here.
Wait.
A hologram appears in the corner. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. Sir, You saw the tweet.
I saw the tweet. The Council of Posters is very disappointed. So.
They've all seen it. It is a mistake. It was a typo. It is a mistake. I could use a little help here before the entire internet notices the chinks in my armor.
Unfortunately, you've now said chink, which is also problematic.
I didn't
so
tweet
you
it.
will be getting to know. The live feed has already gone out.
Oh, what the fuck?
And nobody likes it. Everyone's mad at you,
It's an
even
expression.
regardless of the context.
I thought it was only problematic if it's used in the context of a pun, like that newspaper slogan from a few years ago and the Jeremy Lin thing. I thought that's why it was a problem.
No, it's a problem no matter if you say it, no matter what.
I'm pretty sure the origins of the word are not racist.
Well, look at the timeline. Josh is now getting owned as we speak.
I'm furiously looking it up.
Careful.
Another hologram appears. Jack, sweetie.
Chink, it means a narrow opening or crack, typically one that admits light. I'm sorry, Holy Mother. A patch of light admitted by a narrow opening or crack, a chink of light. That's where chink of armor comes from. A place
Mom,
where a
the
sword
dog
could get
can
in.
shit inside. The dog can shit inside.
I don't
it's
think
fine.
so.
I read it. The dog can shit inside.
Oh, God, everything he reads on the internet.
Great. So that now we're in the meat part of our podcast. Jack, you're going to tell a sweet story from your life.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Well, sure. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, when we were just talking earlier, I had a show not get picked up this year, but there was a time earlier in my life when I had a pilot not get picked up to television, which was when we did the What's Going On with Mike Mitchell show. And so after that, I decided, as I ostensibly am doing now, that I was no longer in entertainment. I didn't want to work in entertainment anymore. Because
I didn't realize that.
I spent a little while. I was like, I am now normal. I'm not like. I'm not like
I am now normal.
I'm not of the entertainment class any longer.
Full disclosure, I worked on that a little bit. I didn't contribute as much as other writers, but I did monologue jokes and stuff.
It's like
nobody
just
got paid very
announcing
much
that
on it or
you're
anything.
cured of diabetes.
That was a really good show.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So for those that aren't aware, I feel like we should give some context.
Yeah, so the show was fun. It was Mike Mitchell hosted it, who now famously hosts the Doughboys podcast, where I suppose that they're on their like third go around of all the fast food restaurants, and everybody really likes it a lot. But on that show, what we did was Mitch was the host of a traditional late night talk show where he never knew what was going to happen next. So we run out cards with note cards with monologue jokes. He would do bits that he hadn't rehearsed, and he would interview celebrities without any pre-interview or anything. And so we did it as a pilot for FX with a company, and we had Will Ferrell and Jennifer Lawrence as the guests. We ran over Mitch's bed with a steamroller.
I was there.
And it did not get picked up.
I was there.
Yeah, you were in one of the bits, right?
Yeah, I was in. I was a judge, the bailiff.
We did like an extra bit.
I was
There was
bad.
we made a lot of really bad mistakes with how we did the pilot, to be honest with you.
I was
And,
bad personally.
One of them was like we wanted to shoot extra bits. Like it just was not good for energy for the crowd to like keep them hostage there for like 5 hours. Like it just was not a good setup, I think. I look back on it with regret.
I'll never forget. Right before it started, the director said to me, "Hey, there's a reason we're paying you to be here. Don't be afraid to like." He basically told me to like try to add in some more stuff, which was not the solution to my particular bit.
There's a reason why you're getting $75. Don't make us feel like fucking
worth.
assholes.
That was a
for
very
giving me
nice
$75
gesture
bucks.
from him
Yeah.
to say that, but I don't think that was.
Anyway, so after the pilot didn't get picked up, I was like, I'm not going to do entertainment anymore. And I was living in Culver City at the time, and I ended up getting a job at the Best Buy over in Culver City. And so
I
for
remember
like
this.
3 or 4 months, I sold through Black Friday. Actually, I worked Black Friday, which was intense, but like not like how you think it's going to be. Like it was just like a lot of customers. You know what I mean? It was like I was like running the register really fast and shit. Nobody got killed or anything like that. In fact, it was like less boring than a lot of the days, just because like you had shit to do the whole time. And so yeah, I worked at Best Buy for a while. I was selling televisions, and I was at like a very like peak misanthropic time in my life. So I was like very, very good at selling the protection plans, which are just bullshit. Like that's just like pure profit for Best Buy. Like they even try to sell it to the employees in a like non, rip-offy way, but like it is bullshit. No one's ever going to need any of that stuff. That's just Best Buy asking if you'd like to like let them have $40 profit when you buy a television. So I was very good at selling those though, because I really hated people at the time. So I was like, my like sales were through the roof on that shit. One of the other guys like who worked in the department was like, I believe in the protection plans, and I was like, I don't. And he's like, well, you got to believe in them to like be able to sell them. And then the end of the month, I was like #1, and he was like, huh? Like, I was like, funny. Told you, like, I'm just lying. I'm lying to them. And so then eventually they put me on a duty where, I had to come in at like 6 a.m. and do inventory of all of the televisions. And so I would come in once a week and do inventory on the TVs. And I mean, like, I can't find all these fucking TVs. They give you a list of like the TVs and say like, you're supposed to like see if they're like in the back or like up at the top or like on display, and you're supposed to find them all. And I can't find all the fucking TVs. Like they're all over the place. So like I eventually what I would do is I just like was like wearing headphones and listening to podcasts. I would get super, super stoned at like 6 a.m. and then just like listen to an audiobook or podcast and like walk around with the like clipboard and like look like I was finding them, but just like fill in all the numbers and like be 1 or 2 off here and there. And the managers like were stoked on me, like, because they were like, no one's ever like found the TV so good. I was like, cool, like whatever. And then finally, like toward the end, like I was about to leave anyway because some like fucking shitty job had come up. One morning they were like, we noticed that like the TVs like weren't where you said they were, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, whoa, like I was really tired that day. I must have messed up, and I just like walked out and never came back into Best Buy again. I like never showed up. I had like 5 shifts still scheduled. I never came back in. I did go back in one more time. I like snuck in with like a hoodie on to go like sneak my one last check out, but like I didn't take any of their calls. I just like disappeared off the face of the earth for this Best Buy, and that was my time at Best Buy, I guess.
There's nothing more freeing than working a job you don't give a shit
I love
about.
it. I love it. Everyone should feel that way about every job they have. You should feel that way about the jobs you do give a shit about.
That's very funny. I remember now that you mention that, I remember that period when I would like be like, "What do you work? What's up, Jack?"
I remember that.
I work at Best Buy now. It may happen again very soon. We'll see.
I bet they'd hire you again, especially after that story.
I bet you they would, to be honest with
probably
you.
would.
Like, it'd be hard to find a Best Buy that's in business, actually, I think is the issue.
Well, and you were a good salesman, so.
I was a very good salesman. They would look at they like separated like the amount you made from like the amount in profit you made, and like that's what they really care about. Wow. And it's not on commission, like how people think Best Buy's on commission. It's not. They just don't schedule you if you don't sell the protection plan. So it's like secret on commission or whatever.
That's what a lot of part-time places do.
Yeah,
they just won't schedule you.
Won't give you time.
Which is really tough.
It's not good to like be forced to work like a minimum wage job, and then they also won't give you shifts doing it. Like, it's like not great.
Trying to think like jobs I didn't give a shit about. I worked at the fair once as a bartender.
Oh yeah, how was that?
The Renaissance Fair?
No, the Wisconsin State Fair.
Sure.
And I was making minimum wage, and then we were all splitting tips, but there's definitely people stealing out of the tip jar because everyone was splitting it. And I was like one of the better ones they had there, but just because I could function as a human.
Sure.
But I guess I don't really have any really good stories about like me like misbehaving there, other than like getting high.
I worked at a movie theater, and that was like I peak, not giving a fuck about this job for a while. And there was a manager named Mitchell, and this was back when movie theaters had like actual tellers that would be behind glass and like kind of like the voice box thing that they couldn't hear you that good on the outside or whatever. And so my favorite game was just to like read back the name of the movie that the guest said, but just put the word Mitchell in it. Like it was like, I think there was a movie called Spring Break, and we were like, okay, so one for Mitchell Break, and like Mitchell was just like, stop that! Like he's just back there like so mad, and everyone's saying Mitchell. I guess other people were doing it too. And my other one was that this is like so childish, but whenever we said boss, we would be saying balls. So it'd be like, all right, balls. Like, okay, we'll get right on that, balls. Like, which is very childish. But then when I quit that job. It was like similarly to Best Buy. Like it was like a really crowded night on a summer, and I like went to go do the butter for the popcorn thing, and it's a process. You have to like put it in and then like clip it in, and then I didn't do the clip properly, so like I like pushed it in. I'm like, oh fuck! So I pulled it out, and like hot butter, like not super like scalding hot, but like warm butter, like gets like all over my arms, and then like spills out like all over the floor there, and so like I had to like go off, and I'm trying to wash my arms with just like there's like a like drinking fountain. So I was just like trying to wash like all this butter with just like a drinking fountain. All the like other people in concessions are like slipping and sliding around on like the butter that I spilled all over the area. And so then I just like walked out and I was like, I quit. Like, I was like, I quit. I have to go. I'm leaving. Like, I quit right now. And then my friend Josh, who was also working with me there, decided he wanted to also quit, and then took two personal pizzas that were supposed to be for customers, and we just took them and left.
Wow.
And that's the Sherman Oaks Galleria. It's like it's an arc light over there now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your best quit story, Joe?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I could top any of that. I don't really have a good one, but one time I bailed on a job. I was waiting tables at an Amish restaurant, and I was going through a little crisis in my life, and I ran away with one of my friends. I was like 20 years old, and we went to like this artist colony in Johnson, Vermont, and then we made it on up to Canada. It was with my buddy Dave.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Very funny. That's it. It was not as good as
In
Jack's
Vermont?
story.
What do you mean?
We went to where we knew someone. We were just like sick of our jobs. That's all it was.
You just left and went to an art colony?
Yeah, and just for a couple weeks, and then we came back and like made amends, patched it up.
Not bad.
Interesting.
You could still be at that art colony today. Like, if
Yeah.
things had gone differently, you could still be there.
Yeah. But it ended up just being like we took a quickly planned vacation.
I worked at a video store, and like within 3 weeks of working there, I was given manager responsibilities. This is the movie gallery in Syracuse, New York. And the other people that worked there were like people from the town, like not college students, that were also making like $6 an hour. Like the minimum wage in Syracuse was unheard of in like 2005, 2006. And like one of the guys was like, someone's been stealing from the safe. I was like, yeah, because you're paying people $6 an hour. You're giving everyone the code to the safe,
right.
And of course they're going to steal from you.
It should be.
Yeah. But one time I was in there during like a heavy rainstorm, like, and everyone was trying to rent movies because it was like about to be shitty at night, and like all the power in the whole strip mall went out, and people were just in the store, and I was like way over my head, and I was just like, everyone's got to go. And I didn't rent them any movies. I just took them all back, and I was like, what I should have done was just let them all take whatever. But then, like shortly thereafter, they like told me the day before they were closing that they were closing, and everybody just ransacked that place. All the employees just. I still have videos in my DVD drawer. Like, thank you for smoking and Seven. Like, I like took all these movies.
That's a good one.
I just got all these movies. Jake,
I don't endorse any of this. I think you should do a good job at your jobs.
I think if they disrespect you, it's good to have a healthy understanding of like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck every job, really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it is good to do a good job at your jobs.
I've never. I'm a good company. I'm a good company boy.
You're also
They
teaching
always get
special ed, so
they
you're not
always
like
get 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, the closest I ever came was like, I don't know if they did this at your colleges, but at my college, like on all of the whiteboards, it would be like, earn $16 an hour or whatever. And it was just like a phone number or whatever. And they were written in all the classrooms. And I like called it. And they're like, yeah, come on down. We're doing an orientation or whatever. And it was like for selling Cutco knives or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But they give you a spiel, and then they do individual interviews with everybody in the orientation. And so they like really make you feel like you've been picked. So the guy was like, you got something. I really like it. And I'm prepared to offer you a position today. I don't know if I'll do that with everybody. And I was like, yes. I was like, so.
the position is to bother all your friends.
Yeah. And you have to buy a set of knives
What?
to start.
Right.
That's fucked.
And I was so
Multi-level
excited
marketing
leaving that
is-
place. And then it was like as soon as I got home, and I was like, I don't have money to buy these knives. That's why I need a job. And they kept calling, and I just never picked up again. And I was like, I gotta fucking figure something else out. So that's the closest I ever came, was
Bad
almost
boy.
being duped by a knife sales company.
I'm talking real shit. Things I should tell me. Got a truth.
Improv!
Ooh, they're posting the list of top salesmen for protection plans, and it should be number 1 because I do believe in it. So, let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You believe in this?
Yes, it's a protection plan for the product for the televisions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much like everybody knows that like the product already has a warranty. This is just to make Best Buy a little extra money, right?
Yeah, but they're good.
Heresy to say such a thing.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't really matter.
It does matter.
It does matter, and we believe in it.
We
guys
believe
are
in it.
Treating this like they're posting the 95 Theses or something. Like this is like a big important religious document. It doesn't matter.
Look, if you're not look, you can talk shit on it, but I would too. You're probably not even on the list. What's your name?
Dale.
Dale. Let's see, not in the bottom
Sevenson.
50.
Doesn't believe in the protection plan.
believe.
What a crazy! I don't ever heard.
Number 2.
What?
You're number 2.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
He must be chosen by the protection plan.
Definitely not
It must
chosen.
be that he's been
He's
chosen.
the one that was
chosen.
rumored to
Anointed.
come.
I don't. Rumored by who? Was there some sort of
We've been working here
best-
for a long time.
Yeah.
Why?
We knew
You should be
someone would
looking for
come.
other
The training
gigs.
videos speak of a chosen one.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay attention during the training.
What?
That's more evidence that you're definitely the chosen
You
one.
must be the
Chosen
one.
one.
You knew the
Oh my
information without
goodness,
having
the protection plan
being
chosen
handed
one.
down
Hey,
to
quit
you.
putting like garments on me. What is it? These vestments? Stop it.
These are lanyards. Specials.
Here.
No, I don't
lanyards.
want lanyards. I don't want any position.
Take this vest.
I'm just working this job for the summer. I'm going to be out of here. Yeah, I'm leaving.
You mean you won't always be here?
Of course not.
Where are you going?
Back to school.
Let us follow you.
We will go with
No.
you.
Let us follow you.
You will not
go
follow
with you
me.
back to school.
Why?
Teach us.
I'm studying to become a therapist. All right. There's nothing else. There's nothing for you. I don't want
Truth
best.
sayer.
I don't want the geek squad following me around.
I wish I was in the Greek squad. Those jerks won't let me in.
I pray every day that I might go to seminary and be admitted to the geek squad.
It's a seminary for the geek squad. You got to be shitting me.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, how much do you make here?
$8 an hour.
What? That's an unlivable wage, right?
Well, that's why I got my RV and
The protection plan provides.
The protection plan provides.
But it doesn't. Does it really? We don't make a lot of commission off of it,
The
right?
protection plan provides if the TV stops having a picture, which is very likely.
Okay, I sort of follow that, but
guess
I'm
I
just, what is your allegiance here? Like, look at this shit. See this, like, you see this television here. See the list, the retail price. So I'm going to look it up in our book. This thing, we buy it for $650, right? It sells for $1,200. That is $550 in profit for Best Buy. We don't get any of that.
I'll buy one.
No, I don't want.
that sounds like a good
Don't
deal.
run your own card.
I shall buy one too. Let me buy one too.
Stop.
Let's buy one.
Maybe you
Let you.
maybe you
don't
don't understand what my life was like before I started working here.
Before the plan,
Before the plan,
Give me an idea then.
I was a wreck, a total mess. I used to go to the YMCA several times a week.
working out.
I was working out, a real musclehead.
Has it improved? It
I
sounds like you're.
was addicted to juices, little shakes.
Which part of this is bad? I feel like.
I was lost.
No TVs.
No TV.
No DVDs.
No TVs, no TVs,
No candies.
HDMI cables over an aisle too.
The expensive ones are better. The ones with the gold plate.
No, they're not.
They are better.
certainly
the
aren't.
picture is
Better.
better.
They're not better.
$60 one
You
is
guys
better.
are buying into this too much. You
I
know
learned a new way.
What? You know what? I quit. I'm just going to quit now. I quit. Here's my take all my lanyards. Take all my lanyards. don't even know why we had to be here.
vestige.
Apostasy.
Don't know what that word means. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys. Hey, come on. Don't block the door.
You cannot leave.
I'm going to leave. Come on, guys.
You must stay.
I don't need to stay. I quit.
You can't quit. You are the plan.
You are the plan.
You are the plan.
We cut to the
plan.
back. He's just tied up with like AV cords and HDMI cables. What the fuck, guys?
We're going to spill out the plan.
Spill the plan.
Spill the plan.
Spill the plan.
The ritual starts at midnight.
All right. Well, that's a long time away.
So
We must first finish our shift.
And do side work. We must do our side work.
Side work.
Side work.
Do the
Then the plan.
and then the plan of blood.
Hey, do you guys work here? There's nobody out there on the floor.
Help!
No, I need help. I'm looking for a TV.
No, I need help. They got me chained up.
My TV's got me chained up. It's not working right.
He's doing it. He's still selling.
No, I'm not. Get out of here.
Yeah. What do you? That's this TV behind you here. It looks pretty nice.
It's a LG 50-inch. It's got 3D.
I hear good things about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a
Should I
fine
get a
TV.
protection plan? Do you think with this?
I don't care. I actually-
You don't care? I'm sold. This guy is.
Well, I think your qualifications look great, and I think you would really be a good fit here to join the team here at Hammerston Meyer.
That's great. Music to my ears.
You know, and you know, I know you're ready to start right away and everything. I just wanted to check in before we move any further. Do you have any opinions people might find like objectionable? Do you basically do you hold any opinions personally that people might be upset by?
Do I have personal opinions?
Yeah. Do you have any personal opinions, just at all, actually, on anything? Can we run?
course.
Can we and
Yeah.
can we just sort of like? Can we run through as much as we can? It's best now for us to run through every opinion that you might hold, just in case, in case it might upset people.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Go ahead. Shoot. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
Okay. So,
I feel like even if I did, like, if I tweeted something or if I did something, I could just say like these
Yeah,
opinions
well,
are my own.
So here's the thing with the tweets, right? It's interesting that you mentioned tweets, right? So originally we were looking through applicants' social media, and the issue that we ran into is that applicants were going back and deleting tweets. They were going back and deleting anything that might be controversial or upsetting or anything like that. And so, that's obviously not going to work. We do need to know everything about the personal private life of every single person that works for us. And obviously that's a very important determinant factor in being able to hold down a job.
Okay.
So do you what's your least favorite race? Wow. Just on the scale of the entire thing, just on all of them. I mean, just because, and this answer will be taken into consideration here.
I don't have one.
You don't have one. So you dislike all races equally.
No.
Okay.
I don't judge a person's character by their race, right?
Okay.
I
Okay,
feel
that's
like
great.
is this a trick? That's great.
That was great.
I thought maybe that was a trick
Are
question.
you familiar with the Voight-Kampff test from Blade Runner?
No.
It's a test that they use to test whether replicants are replicants.
Oh, yes.
Basically, they ask them a number of upsetting questions, and it's not so as much about the answer, so much as the response, the actual response that the replicant gives. That's what this interview process is based on.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I feel like I think it'd be a good fit.
Are you
for
an
this
ally? Are you an ally?
Well, I feel like
Are
you'd have
you an ally?
to like a LGBT ally. Yes.
Are you okay?
But what about an ally in like
To
the white
Nazis.
nationalists?
Are you an ally to the Nazis?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. That's an interesting answer. That's an interesting
Jesus
answer.
God, there's such.
Do you not think that everybody has a right to freedom of speech?
Do they have a right to freedom of speech?
Time is a determinant factor.
Yes, they do have a right to freedom of speech.
Everyone has a right to determine. So all free speech is the same.
There's a difference between free speech and like free.
All free speech is the same.
Acting on
all
it.
free speech is the same. And you think that you can run the IT department of a mid-level company if you can't answer off the top of your head whether hate speech should be as protected as all free speech? I mean, you're disgusting. You are disgusting.
I didn't say I was an ally to the Nazis. I very strongly disagree. But
Okay,
if they wanted to tweet something disgusting, I think we could critique it.
Okay, well, my response to your response was part of the test, and you did pass.
Jesus
nicely.
God,
you did pass nicely there.
These GoPros aren't on, right? I can't have this.
How many genders are there?
I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know. I am open to the idea that there are many more than I'm
open to them. You're open to the idea.
Well, I'm
So
just
as of
learning.
right now, you don't
I just learned about they them last summer.
Okay,
if
okay.
I'm being honest,
Okay.
and I did have questions when I first heard about it.
And do you think that that's an acceptable opinion for someone to hold if they want to run the IT of a mid-level company?
I think maybe.
Okay.
I think maybe. I don't think it really affects my work. By the way, is your internet still down?
Yeah, our internet has been down for 18 months at this point. We cannot find a good applicant. We keep running through people, and
You're really drilling me here.
Yeah.
How many genders do you think there are?
well, I'm not the one doing
Me
the
neither.
test. Well, yeah, you are the one doing the test. Yeah, we have someone in the next room with a close up on your eyelid.
Did what?
Well, we have somebody close on your. That's how the Voight-Kampff test works.
Okay, I remember that actually. Jesus Christ. God.
Well,
this fucking economy's killing me.
Would you rather drive for Uber or one of these places where they don't care who signs up?
Hey, are you Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, great. You're my guy. So you know where we're going?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What if I steal one of these waters here?
No, that's there for you.
Great. Do you keep more in your trunk? I mean, do people go through these?
Yes, we go through them
People actually do use
rapidly.
them? Yeah.
No, I think people like to differentiate between Lyft and Uber, but they're kind of both taking what was once a job where you could make a full time.
Hey, I'm just gonna I'm gonna text some things here, so I'm not gonna really be paying attention much.
Got it.
Cool.
Got it. Hey, if you're one of those like secret passengers, you do have to let me know
What's going on?
If
Hey, I'm just trying to catch up on some memes here.
okay, yeah, I like memes.
Just,
Great. Just if you were or weren't a secret passenger, something I would let you know right now is that I am open to I am open to all genders. I don't have a favorite race.
What?
I'm just letting you know ahead of time because Lyft and Uber are very stringent. I have fallen down
Hey, can we
the
start driving?
willow tree of jobs here. Can we start? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
We
I
can't
just-
start driving.
I'm trying to get
But
to
I
a
just want to
meeting.
let you know that I am an ally, unless you're a Nazi.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not implying that you are, but I'm saying if you were, I wouldn't be an ally to you.
What, are you one of these Antifa guys?
Huh?
You one of these Antifa guys?
I am not an Antifa guy.
Look, can we just? I'm trying to catch up on some memes here, and
Yeah.
I got to get to this meeting. So.
Got it. All right. I support Antifa's right to peacefully protest.
What's going on?
We cut to the AMC movie theater. Hi, Sarah. What movie would you like to see?
I'm open to them all.
Okay. Well, what time are you looking for? What time?
Today, ideally. But if there's only the wokest movie is tomorrow, I guess I'll go then.
well, we've got
what
a-
movies do you have? What do you recommend?
Hereditary playing right now. We've
That could be
got
problematic
Han
towards
Solo.
Satanists.
Okay.
Is that right? Or
It's
people
your
who
choice to pick a movie. We've got
Give me
Ant-Man and
hints.
the Wasp.
What is it?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man. I am equally tolerant of people of all sizes and strengths. If you are a little person or a person with
How
gigantism.
about Incredibles 2? How about
Incredibles 2? Okay, yeah,
Okay,
I could
great.
see that.
You wanna pick a seat on
one
this?
second. Do they do their animation in the USA, or do they ship it out to Korea and pay people?
I think the animation is done abroad, to be honest.
I can't watch it.
Okay.
Not that I'm against the idea of a strong female protagonist, which I've heard.
Hey, pal, I was about to close, but I could stay open a little later. What's your poison there?
Ah!
Whoa. Calm down, buddy. You look like you've...
a drunk.
a drink. Well, I got a lot of them. Beer, whiskey, wine,
Yeah, I'll take just whatever you want. Will you give me your thing?
whatever I want.
Yep.
I'm the bartender. I am neutral. The bartender, Switzerland.
You're the bartenders. I see the analogy. Well, I'll take whatever.
Whoa, calm down, sir. Hey, are you all right?
I need a drink. I need a
are
place
you
to pee.
okay?
I need a job. I need everything.
Do you want a Red Stripe? You want a? That's a Jamaican beer.
Yes, I want a red stripe.
Ooh. So you have a thing for imports, or
I like imports just as much as the domestics.
well, then why didn't you get a Budweiser or something?
Because you suggested a red stripe. I'm trying to be agreeable.
That was a test.
Huh?
There's a person in the other room.
No.
They're trained on your eyelids.
What the fuck?
This has all been part of the interview.
Oh my god!
This has all been part of the same interview for the job you thought you didn't get.
Did I? And
At great cost. It cost us nearly $150,000 to organize this. Unfortunately, you're not going to be getting the job.
which part did I fail?
The Bud Light. every other step of the equation, you perform perfectly. But when given the choice between a Bud Light, after you showed such solidarity to people overseas by refusing the ticket for The Incredibles, and
Hey, Mike, we got to let you go.
for what? Why?
The interview process is totally insane. It's way too long.
Insane is ableist to say. Actually, we're trying not to say insane and
gosh.
crazy
Are
and
you
stuff.
serious?
So you're fired.
Yeah, so anyways, I know a lot of you at this TGI Fridays are probably saying, that's George Clooney. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
very cool.
No, it's not an oh my gosh. I'm a normal person now. I've quit show business, so I will be singing happy birthday to the customers just like you all. I don't want you to treat me any differently.
But you're George Clooney.
You've done so many great movies.
Thank you. That was a past life, though. I'm separating myself from that. Hard cut from the days of yesteryear.
So-
But what's that?
Oh, I noticed you're wearing sort of like a headband, bandana kind of. Is that?
Yeah,
Is that what that
just an
was
everyman. Just right.
None of us are wearing headbands,
That's not
George.
how we
Seems
dress.
like that's. I don't know. When I was on set for Wild Hogs, which I was on set for that, I was just observing, getting the
I
flow.
saw the behind the scenes stuff on the DVD. Yeah, you were there.
I was visiting my old pal Travolta and stuff. A lot of those guys, a lot of the biker extras had headbands, and I was like, that is.
Why do you have a chewing on a long piece of straw there, or a piece of hair?
Yeah. Just kind of touching all the bases, you know? Everyman, blue collar,
That's not what we're
farmers.
I'm not trying to chewing straw. I'm allergic to straw.
Really?
I'm normal. I'm very
Ooh, white
normal.
collar.
I'm allergic to straw.
White collar guy over here, huh?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, allergic to straw. Boy, let's get our hands dirty. Let's wait some tables.
Look, if I may, Mr. Clooney, maybe you should just be yourself and don't try to be an
I
impression.
am being myself. I'm being myself.
Are you researching a role, Mr. Clooney? Are you researching a role?
I am not researching a role. I'm just trying to let go of everything that made me George Clooney. I had sex with an average woman last night.
Oh.
Which woman?
Her name was Claire.
I haven't had sex in 6 years.
Wait, Claire.
Damn it.
Wait. Claire Smith?
Who knows, all right? Come on, fellas. We all just have sex, right? What?
Claire Smith is married.
Huh? She's
She's married.
one that works over there at the
Her
Olive Garden?
son is in my son's class.
Yeah, just a philanderer.
You think you can come here, some Hollywood elite,
No,
and start tearing families apart?
that's not what I'm trying to do.
That would be
No.
okay for a normal guy, but for a Hollywood elite like you,
No, I am a normal guy. I am a normal guy.
All right, manager's here. Let's get to work, okay? I'm having a bad day. Somebody fucked my wife. All right, what are we doing dilly-dallying around here, huh?
Hey, sorry, Bob. I'll get to wiping down those tables.
Yes, wipe down those tables, change the specials.
do the side work.
Yeah. Clooney?
Call me George.
Okay, George. I'm going to need you to wait on that birthday party of 15 out there, okay?
Ugh, brother, that's a tough gig, but I bet you I could do it. Hey, does anyone have a cigarette break?
Sure, I'll have a smoke. I'm normal.
Yeah, I am too. I have cigarettes right here in my shirt sleeve.
Wait a second.
Cool.
This is a big fancy cigarette with one of those mouthpieces like Hunter Thompson smokes.
Like we all smoke, right? Like all people smoke. Light it up at the end.
What is that lighter?
The lighter? It's one of Elon Musk's flamethrowers. It's a mini one. I got the prototype. But, is that too... I'm sorry. I can't seem to shed this.
I'm gonna go take the birthday family.
You want to take them?
I'm gonna take that table.
Okay, you got to then go wipe down some tables.
No problem. We just got to the table. He's just got us... He's holding like a rag and a spritzer. Come on, George. You know, how did you see your help do this? Spray in the air. Okay.
George, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning the tables.
I've already got all the drinks out to my large party. You've been standing there staring at this table for...
I'm cleaning it. I'm cleaning it.
You just spritzed yourself in the face.
Yeah, well, hey, give me how would you do this if you're so good at it? How would you do it?
Oh my God, you don't know how to wash a table, do you?
I do.
Okay, you just spray it on the top and then take this rag and move it around. You just kind of scrub it like this in these circles here.
Got it.
Okay, well, it's done.
I'm going to take a
I've done
break.
my job and I've done your job.
If
Guys,
you need
we're
me, I'll...
slammed, and you two are just standing around over here. I just sat at a table of 6 wives.
Yeah.
Who wants to take it?
Not me.
Don't take it,
It's going to be
George.
trouble.
Don't take it.
It's going to be trouble. If you guys need me, I'm going to be in my trailer.
Listen, there's no one else that can take it. You got to take it.
I'm going to be in my trailer.
You're going to have to take this
Do
table.
not backtalk me.
You got to take this table, George. We're slammed.
Fine. Hello. What can I get for you?
You guys can, you know what? Let's start with some appetizers. Spinach dip.
Maybe.
That sounds good. Spinach dip sounds good.
Let's do 2 spinach dips for the table.
dips.
2 spinach dips for the table.
Let's do some mud sticks.
Sticks?
That's naughty.
Mud sticks.
And a pitcher of beer.
And a pitcher of beer for the ladies. All
You
right.
George Clooney,
Oh my
the
God!
actor.
You have a striking resemblance to George Clooney.
I get
who
that a
would leave
lot.
My husband. For.
I am not. No, I don't. Not anymore. I don't. Actually, I am. But I am George, but I'm not an actor anymore.
Is.
Please don't treat me any differently than anyone else.
Oh my goodness!
Unless you want to have a 7-way.
Okie dokie.
We'll need a minute to look at the menu, but
Confer.
Joe, you're up.
all right. I got a little story I'll tell. Inspired by the Thai cave boy rescue that happened. I was very invested in that story. And one thing I know is that when there's a great story like that, it's a good time to follow it up with a slightly less exciting version of a similar thing.
Did they get them all out, by the way?
They did.
They got them all out.
They got them all out?
Yeah.
With little... I know Jack has feelings
Elon
on
Musk
this.
didn't have anything to do with it, but he did drop off his little kid submarine over there.
That was like obviously like a hot water tank.
It's like so
And he
funny.
retrofitted. From now, somebody corrected me. They said I thought the reason that there was such a tension on the boys was because they were so good at soccer. Like they were particularly good.
No, I watched a 2020 piece about them, and 2020 very like hilariously went out of their way to be like they're not good at soccer. Like they play more for the fun than for the win.
Okay.
I'm like, you don't have to be shitty about
See,
it.
I thought one of the
Yeah.
reasons we rallied
They're
around
12.
this story was because they were exceptional at playing soccer.
No.
but I guess they're just regular.
I think that tells us more about you, Joe.
Yeah.
They must be like
They were just simply stranded children. They were
just
going to die. That's all.
And what they had in common was that they were a soccer team, but it wasn't that the reason we rallied around them wasn't because they were especially good or not.
No.
They just went into a cave in Thailand, which I did, by the way, when I was in Thailand.
So
You were
some
in
of these-
Thailand this year, right?
So some of these kids might not be very good at soccer.
What's that?
Some of these kids might not be so good. They might not.
I bet you I'm better than some of them. Yeah. I mean, Thailand wasn't even in the World Cup.
So, Josh, you think you could beat some of these soccer kids at soccer?
I have to
I
like.
bet the four of us we challenge them, especially now, before their eyes adjust.
Before they recover.
They're still sensitive to light. Okay, we shouldn't be saying any of this. I'm glad they got rescued, and those are all jokes I've been making about it, and I'm glad they're safe because I wasn't making those jokes before they were safe. Oh my God, let me tell this story. Cut all that out. So one time when I was a kid, I was in West Virginia, somewhere near Seneca Rock. I just remember that. And we were on vacation with a couple families, and I was in like third grade, I think.
What do you do?
Grade.
Like camping type of thing?
Yeah, we were staying at like a kind of a vacation lodge house kind of place, and and a couple other families had rented spots there too. It was like along a river, and then there was a lot of cool hiking and rock formations and stuff nearby. And one of the people we were with was this guy who was later my physics teacher in high school, and he was just a friend of our family, and he had done a trip in college that was like a spelunking class where they trained for a whole semester and then they did some spelunking, which is cave exploring. And there's in that area, there's a cave that apparently like went through a mountain, and it's like a river goes through this mountain in one side, out the other, and that's what makes the cave. And there's a huge cave around it. And he had gone through it in college, and he was convinced that we could just take a trip there and go walk through this, and it would be no problem. Well, it's me. My older brother was sick because he was the age of the other guys, the other kids that were there, but he was a couple of years older than me, but he was sick at the time. So it was me and then two older kids and then their dads and my dad. So it was 6 people all together, 3 adults, 3 kids.
One guy with a college course's knowledge of spelunking.
Yeah, and I was pretty good at soccer. But we weren't on a soccer team or anything like that. It has nothing to do with this story. But we agreed to go, and I'm freaked out. I'm like 3rd or 4th grade. I'm like a pretty little kid. And we go find some farmer's field, and we like find a house and ask around, and he like vaguely remembers it. We get like 3 flashlights that we just happen to find around in these houses that we've rented. They're not like new flashlights. They don't have new batteries. They're just flashlights that we found. We're like, oh, we've got a couple flashlights. We're all wearing shorts and t-shirts and like water shoes or something, or sandals, not water shoes, sandals. And we go into this cave expecting it to be like a 30-minute exploration, and I'm going to be quick. The teacher tells a story that like when he did it, they went through and they found an exit like off to the left somewhere, and that's where the class exited it. But a few of them went further into the cave and found a spot where they had to swim under a rock to get out.
Okay.
So this is just our description of this cave. We start into it, and we find it in this middle of this field. Our families don't really know where we are. They just know that we're trying to find this cave. We find this cave. It's huge at the mouth of it. It's like a 30-foot huge opening. We start walking in, and there's like plenty of room on the sides of the river, whether it follows the river, and we're like walking. At first, it's okay, but very quickly you like round that corner, and it's like it's pitch black now. And I immediately don't want to do this. I'm like, Dad, let's not do that. Let's, and he's like, come on, and it's kind of how it is. It's like peer pressure. It's like, well, I guess we're all in this. So we start going into this cave, and the guy who did it 20 years ago, he occasionally would go and like explore a passageway somewhere, and he's like trying to find this exit off to the left, and he can't find it. And we keep going deeper and deeper into this cave, and pretty soon we've been walking for over 2 hours. We've been walking into this cave, and all of us are ready for the exit to be like the laughs have died down. It's cold now. We've been in there for 2 hours. We're all in shorts and t-shirts, and now it's just a cold, dark cave. One of the flashlights goes out. We've got like 2 more. They don't appear to be in great shape. And we're like, man, if we have to walk back the other way, it's going to be another 2-hour walk the other direction. So all of us are slowly, like, the tension's kind of building. We're slowly, like, aware that this is, like, a weird situation. He keeps, like, we'd stop and he'd go explore and come back. He couldn't find it, so we keep going forward. Pretty soon, we're running out of space to walk. Like, the sides of the cave and the ceiling of the cave has been getting smaller. The river's been getting bigger. And it's like we lose another flashlight eventually, and we're down to, like, one that we're trying to conserve battery on.
Oh, my God.
We're just like, suddenly this is like a dangerous situation. Like, what if the last flashlight goes out and we have to walk 2.5 hours in the dark to try to following a river? You know, it's just like, it's all super sketchy. And this is like the 80s too. This is the 80s. We didn't have little submersible water heaters to save us. So eventually we make it to a place where there's no room to walk. There's only swimming ahead. There's only water. And who knows how deep it is, but the ceiling appears to almost disappear into the water. It's like, it's weird. We stop on this rock. The one dude, the guy, the dad who had gone through it before, agrees to swim ahead, and maybe his son goes with him. And I just remember sitting on this rock and, like, we're, like, praying in the dark. We're, like, conserving our flashlight, and, like, all of us are spooked, like, totally freaked now. And he swims ahead, and then we eventually hear, "I see light." And it was, like, the craziest, like, it was, like, 3 hours into this journey. And the feeling of, like, we're gonna be okay was really, really great. And we had to swim to get out. And there was only, it got to where the ceiling of the cave was, like, maybe a foot off of our heads. And it turns out that's the spot where they probably the water was higher when he went through it. And that's where they had to swim under a rock to get out. So it was probably the same place. It's just that when we went, it was a little lower. So there was enough space that we didn't have to swim underwater. We just had to swim. It was crazy. We probably swam like 100 yards to get out or something. Maybe not 100 yards. I bet it was more like 50 yards or something.
Jeez.
You're sitting here, so I knew it was going to be okay, but that was a terrifying.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You even being here is a spoiler, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he was gonna die.
That was 3 hours, and they were in there for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, like, just from, I did a little cave exploration in Khao Sakha National Park in Thailand, like, where we actually did swim as well.
Wow.
To, like, get to, like, the back. And it's cool to do, but it's like, in that, like, I've never done that before. I've never been in a cave.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, not pleasant. It's not like
No.
caves are fucking dark. Like,
cold, wet,
cold,
terrible.
and scary. Yeah.
And yeah, like, we kind of, like, did, like, a short, like, 20-minute in, 20-minute out type of thing. And we had people, like, guiding us the whole way. But, like, I was kind of surprised that Thai soccer team did that, because even my limited knowledge of Thailand is like, it's the rainy season. And also, looking at that path they did.
But like, they were only supposed to be an hour, and then it started filling up, so they ran further into it. You know, like, they like, in fact, I was reading an article that talked about, like, one of the reasons they knew they were in that cave was they saw their handprints looking for, as the water was rising, they were, like, looking for another hole where they could go. And even in the article, it said they dug. It might have been they had to, like, trench out somewhere to get. I don't know. But, like, so the water starts coming in, and it probably pushed them further.
So what happened with them? Were they, like, on a cave trip and the water came in, or did they, like, fall in the hole, or what?
They
What
were
happened?
just, like, after
coach-
practice,
Yeah.
they used to do this occasionally, and it's like, we're just going to be an hour. But it started raining while
So they
were
were
in
like,
there, and
we're
they
going to
didn't
go
know.
caving,
Yeah.
spelunking
The coach just-
after
I think it was the
practice?
coach's idea, right?
Well, and I was, like, mad at the coach. Like, why would you bring these kids in there? But now I can sort of see it as, I could see, look, it's a group of 13-year-old soccer players. You're starting to kind of get the camaraderie and the bravado and the confidence of a group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they probably had done this before. I'm speculating, but I could see them leading the way into this, and the coach kind of going along to, like, he's trying to supervise, but you know what I'm saying? I could see the kids sort of leading it almost.
Yeah.
Not to blame them either, but
So while Parkland was a situation where we learned we need to listen to kids more, this is a situation where we're like, you shouldn't listen to kids so much. Don't let things cut both ways.
but
Very important lessons this year.
But I also saw one of their grandmothers like quoted in an article that was like Dom was his nickname or something, and it's like Dom needs to be a good boy now or something like that. And I'm like, this didn't happen because he was a bad boy. It just like a bad thing happened.
Jack, give me the cliff notes of your thoughts on the Elon Musk approach.
The Elon Musk thing, like, I swear to God that is just like PR from the get. Is really what I think about it. Like, I'm like, this guy, like, you know, the kids were stuck in the cave, and so he jumped on board to like make a little like kid-sized submarine that they could be in. I guess ostensibly like to take the place of like a breathing apparatus or something like that. Like, it's like really what the kids ended up having to do is like follow a red rope while they're like divers were with them. And Elon's solution was like, they should also be like in a coffin that has MP3s playing like while they can do that or whatever. I swear I'm happy it didn't happen. And you know, now just as you were making jokes about it, we can make jokes about it now, but like
now that they're safe,
I'm like, I swear when Elon was talking about it, I'm like, the fucking submarine's going to get stuck and like block all the kids in. Like, it's just gonna get stuck in the hole.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's also like so funny that like he was in like LA like training with the submarine in like an Olympic pool like while half the kids were out already. And then he shows up to Thailand, takes like 2 pictures, and is like, Thailand is beautiful. Like, I left my like stupid little submarine here in case they ever need it again. And like, I don't know. Like,
and then I saw an article that was like the U.S. Navy may find a use for Elon Musk's tiny submersible. And it's like, no, they won't. That's the dumbest crap I've ever seen. It was the stupidest. It wasn't even a cool thing. It was just like they were pushing around a hot water tank. That's it.
It's really. And it is like he built, like he said as much in his tweets that like they built it out of like spare parts from like a rocket ship. So they just like found like scrap laying around, and they were like, let's like ship this to Thailand. Like,
yeah, I've become more suspect of him, largely thanks to you, Jack.
Elon Musk is an interesting character. I mean, he and what the fuck is his name? Peter Thiel, the PayPal founder guys.
I just
like,
watched
buddies. Like they're like friends. Like they're white South Africans who founded PayPal together.
Peter Thiel's real weird.
Yeah, and like they are buddies from back in the day. Like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel are like guys that used to wear like black leather jackets and look like they're Matrix characters. And shit. like not long ago, you know.
And they try to. Peter Thiel like does have the blood of younger people.
He tries to drink the blood of young people, like that's
or at least
like,
get injected in him, right?
Yes,
that's fucking
he's
weird.
Like an actual vampire. Like that is like I swear to God, watch out for Silicon Valley, because that is like, you know, people like think that they're good guys, like they're the good billionaires or whatever, but they are like there's like a real bad strain of libertarianism that goes on up there, and like I think people think so much about the Koch brothers and this kind of like oil man type of like conservatism. I'm so much more scared by like Google and Amazon conservatism than I am of like the dying out like oil man conservative, because these people like hate the media too. Like Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, like they want to fight back against the media for their own sake too. But Elon Musk, I don't think will last much longer, and I truly do believe he's going to Theranos himself out like before too long, because the car catches on fire and shit.
I'm talking real shit. Things I should tell me. It's got a truth.
All right. Thank God you're okay, Josh. You survived quite an ordeal.
Thank you.
And, we're going to...
I feel lucky.
I took a look at this manuscript. We're going to publish it into a book, send you on a tour, do some interviews with you. We just need to tie it. Josh Simpson, what? We had the Taiwanese soccer boys. They were soccer players.
Thailand.
Sorry.
The Thai soccer boys.
Josh Simpson. What are you known for? What are you good at?
I read 15 books in one summer.
Josh Simpson, American reader.
That works for me.
I don't know.
I mean, what does it matter? I was I don't understand. I was like, I was abandoned out at sea for months at a time. I had to fish and find my own drink my own pee, and
it's a miraculous story. But how do we define you?
Survivor.
but before a survivor.
Milwaukee Bucks fan.
I don't know if we can sell Josh Simpson Milwaukee Bucks fan
Magic enthusiast.
in that you practice it or
No, I just like it.
you enjoy Magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough. I don't know.
What are you? How would you define you? Besides publisher.
Successful publisher. If I was stranded at sea and survived, they would say successful publisher. Jake Jabor survived at sea.
Only child?
Josh Simpson, only child.
Yeah.
Can I just step in here from where I've been sitting in the room with you guys this entire time? I think what Jake is trying to get across to you, Josh, is that we need for people to actually think it would have mattered if you died. So for you to just be like a useless or a necessary person, we're really losing the stakes of why does it matter if you get stranded out at sea if you're just a worthless nothing person? I think that's what Jake is trying to get at.
That's pretty good.
My family would have missed me.
Okay. Family haver?
Family man, I think some people would say that.
But you're not like, you don't have children. You have parents.
I have 2 dogs, and I have a long-term girlfriend.
Have you had a job? Have you had a job?
Yeah, like retail. I've served at a few restaurants. I was an assistant for a while.
Okay. Was it to somebody that mattered, the assistant work?
Yeah. I mean, everybody matters. Is that lost on? Everybody does matter.
Okay. Well, like we're let us,
What's your job?
Publisher to the stars. If Jake and I were stranded out at sea, the piece would read "Publishers to the Stars." How about this? Book drought on the way. Publishers to the stars. Stranded at sea.
What would you say to Sully? Didn't he sell a book?
It's a pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah.
Pilot. But pilot is significant.
Yeah. That pilots are like, there's first responders and then there's like pilots, doctors, in the hero rankings.
You can drop that you're a pilot just about anywhere and people won't care.
Are you a pilot?
No.
Would you consider learning pilotry?
Did you learn how to fly a plane?
If you think it would make it more interesting, then feel like that's a whole nother. I learned to be a pilot after I survived out at sea.
We can fudge.
I punched a shark in the fucking nose.
Timeline.
I punched a shark in the nose.
Right, but
as a result of you're stranded. Being stranded.
And also
everyone else on that cruise ship died.
Hey, if you were a shark fighter, we could sell this.
I did fight a shark.
For the purposes of surviving.
Right.
Who's to say I wouldn't do that, Jack wouldn't do that.
A pilot could be a temporary shark fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey guys, I'm taking lunch orders. We're gonna get some tacos if anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
Put me
Just
down
fill it out.
Yeah. Thank you.
You can just fill that out.
Thank you. Ooh,
Circle what you
carnitas,
want. And
3 soft
There we
tacos.
go.
cool.
Side of beans and rice.
There you go.
Great.
There you
Great. Hey, aren't you that guy that was stranded?
Yeah.
I never really got invested in that story.
Why not?
I don't know. I just had a hard time like picturing you, but now that I see you,
Yeah. That wasn't a compliment, was it? You just nodded your head. Kind of.
I still got nothing, honestly.
Who are you to judge? You just took a lunch order.
Yeah, I'm working my way up at this company. I'm just the softball guy here. I organize the softball teams and stuff. So I'm known as kind of like the head softball manager guy.
Yeah.
Do you have a book deal?
Yeah, got one.
I saw that on the wall.
Joe got stuck in an elevator for a half an hour.
Came out, I'm the softball
Come on.
manager.
I beat up a shark.
Softball manager stuck in an elevator for half an hour.
I had to drink my own pee just to stay awake.
To be honest with you, it might be a conflict for us to work with you because we are publishing a book about the shark and how he was wrongfully treated. Well, the shark has a purpose. It's to eat the fishies.
Yeah.
I beat that shark up. I showed you its purpose. Its purpose was to take a knuckle sandwich to the snout.
Yeah,
Two sides to every story, though.
he survived an attack.
Shark survivor.
Shark survivor.
God damn it. I knew I should have just got back to work.
Where'd you work?
Huh?
Where do you work?
Currently, TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays.
We can work with that.
That's something I like that
Friday.
place. Really, this is good. Yeah.
We cut to months later. It's just a random bookstore. All right, now our next speaker is a shark. Like in a big wagon.
A
Anyone has any
shark with
questions?
like a big bandage on its nose.
Human cruelty. So if anyone has any questions for the shark, or any thoughts on the book, or I don't know, even just about the style of the writing, we have a very little bit of time before it.
Yeah, I got a question. How comes your kind can't quit eating innocent
Hey,
surfboarders?
we said no. What's that?
No, I'm saying
Surfboarders?
why does your kind
We said-
is taking chomps out of surfboarders?
Not a hostile environment. Okay, the shark is a survivor.
No, you should speak on behalf of all these sharks that are attacking humans.
Oh, he's eating a bookshelf.
Typical shark.
Typical shark. Speak the language. Well, thanks you guys for coming with me on this cave spelunking trip. I think we're all going to have a really, really fun time. And so welcome to, this is what we call the main cave. This is
all right.
This is the main cave, and so you might
I'll race you guys.
Joe.
What?
Joe,
I'll take that. I'll race you.
that's not what spelunking is about, you guys.
It's about fast caving.
No, that's not what spelunking is about. What spelunking is about is going into a big cave and where it's wet and seeing the rocks and seeing how there's sometimes like a bat in the cave as well. It's about taking in caves and loving caves.
I bet I can catch more bats with our food than you can.
Guys,
I bet I'll go farther than you guys
stop.
I bet you I'll catch the biggest bat and eat it.
Don't you guys want to go enjoy a cold, shitty cave with me? That's what we're here for, is to be in a cold, fucked up, dark cave and like that for some reason.
I bet you I can make this cave more fucked up than you.
Caves are not about speed.
Let's go.
Let's race. Come on, splash.
No, stop. This moss. Come look at the moss.
I caught a bat. I bit its head like Ozzy.
Oh, I bet I could fit down in here. I can fit down
I bet
in
I
here.
can get my arm jammed in this crevice.
You guys are ruining the cave.
Weeks pass. They're stuck. Rain has happened. The news crews are on the outside.
I have a plan to get them out. I have designed, from stuff that I had around the house, a little car that we're going to drive into the cave.
It looks like a pile of laundry in a laundry basket.
It was a pile of laundry in a laundry basket, but it now sits on a skateboard. And we're going to ride that
don't
little
know.
skateboard in.
But Commander, your skin is translucent in the sun.
Well, I haven't been out. I haven't been outdoors in such a sun in quite some time.
I didn't even realize it was you.
Feels hot upon my skin. Now we have to save our brothers from the cause, and I built a little tiny car to do it.
Mountain Dew Code Red, Commander.
A helicopter comes in and deploys a parachute box of chicken nuggets.
Delicious.
Let's all eat these and then send the car in.
Oh, is there dipping sauce?
There's another crate.
Here it comes.
It's just full of barbecue sauce. You've truly a hero, Lord Commander.
Yes, but they forgot the honey.
Awesome. Let's wrap it up. Let's go around and plug a thing or two. Jack?
Well, I do the Struggle Session podcast, which you can find at patreon.com/struggle session. And I'm also on Twitter at Jack Allison, LOL.
Great. Joe?
I'm Joe Hartzler. I'm sorry for everything that happened today. And I'm on Twitter at Joe Hartzler. And on YouTube, you can check out my show, Acting Tips. Just search Joe Hartzler or Acting Tips or some combination of that. And season 2 will be, I'm turning to release pretty soon. I'm behind.
It's really good. You know, somebody recently, like some guy I know, I think he's just moving down here. He like told me how big a fan he is of acting tips. He was like effusive about how much he loves acting tips. And I love acting tips too, but I was like, how do you know about acting tips?
Great.
Like, that's great though.
He's going viral. Jake.
Check out Word Gross with Gilly the third Thursday of the month at UCB Franklin and Mondegreen, a Herald team.
Awesome. The Meet Improv is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're doing a little tour of Europe coming in September. So if you are in Iceland, London, Scotland, Berlin, Munich, any of those surrounding areas, and you even want us to come and coach you for a second or come see our show, email us at themeetimprov@gmail.com and follow us there. I'm at Mr. Josh Simpson on Twitter. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on The Meet.
This has been a Boardwalk Audio podcast. For more information and shows, visit boardwalkaudio.com. Don't forget to rate and subscribe now.